Ave Maria Radio has grown thanks to your support. I'll tell you more coming up. Today is Wednesday, April 10th. From Ave Maria Radio, this is Michigan Mornings. Good morning from Ishpeming. I'm Matthew Handley. We are still in the midst of our spring membership drive. We'll tell you where we have grown recently here in Michigan in just a few minutes. But first, this news. Late last night, the Detroit City Council approved the city's annual budget. Mayor Mike Duggan proposed the budget back in February, and council members deliberated for a month on where funding needed to be adjusted. The $3 billion budget includes $20 million for the Detroit Department of Transportation to hire drivers, and it increases funding for the Charles 8 Wright Museum and more. Councilman Fred Durrell III says the budget has unique challenges, but they collaborated to ensure the highest priorities remained funded. It is demolition week in Detroit, and officials are aiming to tear down 8,000 buildings by the end of the summer. The Detroit Construction and Demolition Department arranged to get a nuisance property torn down yesterday on Alpine Street after neighbors like these had been complaining about it for several years.
I think it's actually a good thing that they tearing that house down because of the eyesore.
It was burnt, the back was cut out and stuff, so it looked bad. Happy that they taking it out.
A list of events is scheduled for this week, including a citywide career and resources fair on Wednesday, today, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Northwest Activity Center. Some good news for you this morning. Henry Ford Health's zero suicide model has cut suicide rates by up to 25% where it has been adopted. Dr. Brian Amandani says they developed the model in 2001 and have been doing the work for the past 24 years.
Across 5 states, California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, and Michigan, we were able to reduce suicide attempts and suicide deaths and reduce them by as much as 25%.
He says some of those years they had no suicides. They are working to introduce their model to healthcare systems across the U.S. and in over 25 other countries. And a colder winter this year has given hope to farmers here in Michigan that they will have a good fruit crop. In recent years, steep fluctuations in temperature and short springs have stunted harvests of cherries and apples. Despite a few warm days in February and the ice storm last week, farmers say things are looking good this year. That means good news if you're looking for locally made ciders or some of that great cherry pie or salsa they make up in Traverse City. You're listening to your local news and weather on Ave Maria Radio's Michigan Mornings. Coming up, we'll be talking about where Ave Maria Radio has expanded recently here in Michigan, so stay tuned to that coming up after the weather. Now this.
Ever thought you'd make a bundle by trading in or selling your used vehicle only to find out it's worth a dinner for two? Well, it's much more valuable to donate your vehicle to Ave Maria Radio. Thousands of Americans donate their vehicle each year. The donation to Ave Maria is easy, tax-deductible, and supports our efforts to evangelize. A year from now, will you remember that dinner or your gracious and selfless donation? Go to AveMariaRadio.net to find out more. That's AveMariaRadio.net.
In the Motor City today, we can expect rain during our evening commute. We will have increasing clouds with a high of 45. Tonight, that rain continues till the overnight hours. We'll also see some snow mixed in, and our low will dip to 34. Tomorrow, expect rain in the morning commute. Our high will reach 45. Friday will be mostly cloudy and warmer with temperatures around 50. Saturday is warmer still, nicer with mostly sunny skies and a high of 56. In Saginaw, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies today with a high of 45. Tonight, we'll have a chance of rain roll in after 8 o'clock. We may see some snow mixed in later on, and our low will dip to 32. Tomorrow, expect rain during the morning and into the early afternoon. Our high will be 42. Friday will be nicer, mostly sunny with a high of 48. Saturday warms up even more, sunny with a high of 54. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. We are in the midst of our spring pledge drive, which is wherein we ask for your support to help fund our activities here at Ave Maria Radio, and in particular, our stations here in Southeast Michigan. But don't you know that we are now on the air in Lansing as well? That's good morning to all of you listening on AM 1390. Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak were talking about our expansion earlier this week on the membership drive.
Please, right now, take a pause in your day, continue your Lenten almsgiving, and make Ave Maria Radio stay here, growing stronger every day for you.
You know, there was a time when Ave Maria Radio was not here.
Oh, that is true.
It was over 25 years now. But there was a time where your community said, we want Catholic radio.
That's right.
And you got together and raised the money to build this station. And then you kept this station going and kept it growing, where every year you would support it. And you would tell your friends and neighbors about Ave Maria Radio, and they would come to support Ave Maria Radio, to the point where now we are a network of 11 stations in Ohio and Michigan, including a brand new station in Lansing. AM 1390 WLCM came online Friday, March 28th. Over 3,000 parishioners from 22 Lansing area parishes donated to make that happen. You know, you've been trying for years to bring a Catholic radio station to Lansing, unsuccessfully, but Ave Maria Radio Communications, with the support of those 3,000 parishioners from 22 Lansing area parishes, made it happen. And we want to keep bringing Catholic radio to communities like Lansing, like all the other stations, like other neighborhoods that we cover through our network, and through the world, through the Ave Maria Radio app. But we can only do that because of your support. You know, you made this station possible. You've made the growth of this network possible. You make the programs that Ave Maria Radio carries possible. You made the Ave Maria Radio app possible, and all the other technologies that we are using to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ to a hurting world. That's thanks to you.
You can give online right now at AveMariaRadio.net. All who are giving during this pledge drive will get a copy of Peter Herbeck's new book, Does God Judge?, as our thank you gift to you. You can also call in to Ave Maria Radio later in the day. That phone number will open up at 8 a.m. I'm Matthew Handley. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Wednesday. Lord willing, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.